Hey guys, it's Hansen and I'm back with another video. It's been a little while since I posted kind of like another sit-down talk video. So we're already more than halfway through August, which means it's back to school season. So I made a school-related video about 10 tips on being the new kid last year, and it got a lot of attention and people really liked it. So I decided to make another video kind of around that subject. Today's video is going to be about something a little different, and it is about boarding school. I've gone to boarding school for 4 years for my whole high school time span. I have definitely come across a few things that I wish I knew about boarding school before going into it. Some things that I learned when I was at boarding school. So kind of as a continuation from the last video, we're gonna title this video 10 things you should know about boarding school.
10 things you should know about boarding school. Everyone has that tapestry.
Number 1, boarding school is not a bad place. It's definitely not a place that parents are sending you off to just to get rid of you. It's not jail. It's a really nice place to just experience high school in a different way, to get to know friends more and just connect with other people around you. Number 2, roommates. So most likely if you are going to a boarding school, you definitely are going to experience the new life of having roommates. Having a roommate and knowing that you're going to be living with one is definitely something that's okay to be nervous about. I was nervous when I was thinking about having a roommate and how if I was gonna get along with them, if I wasn't gonna get along with them. Luckily, I've had really great roommates. I've had a room in my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and my senior year I finally had a room to myself. The roommates that I had were incredible people. Ethan's sleeping. Of course, with living together, you two are definitely going to be coming across a few things that you guys disagree with, whether it's living style or just things that you guys just don't like. You know, the best roommates are the people who aren't exactly the same person. So think about that. Tip number 3, bring the things that you need. Packing for boarding school is definitely an easy thing to overdo. It's just not very glamorous when you have to get to your dorm and you realize that you brought too much stuff and that you just are ending up not, using them. I know it's definitely not easy, especially if you are traveling overseas. You're definitely gonna have time when you're all moved in and when you're all settled into where you're living to get other things that you need for your dorm, whether it's, decorations, things like that. Tip number 4. Homesickness is okay. Freshmen, they could be ages 13 to 14. Living independently at that age, it's definitely not, something that a lot of people that age are very used to or very comfortable with yet. Tips for homesickness is definitely bring something from your home that, keeps you comfortable, whether it's a picture, blanket, pillow, just something from home that just makes you just, feel, very comfortable when you're in your new living space. And no matter where you are, your family is always a phone call away. Tip number 5, you will definitely end up messing up your sleep schedule at some point in the year. I think it was my junior year. That was when it got really bad. I really messed up my sleep schedule my junior year. Workloads got busy and I just, had trouble balancing things at times. And one thing I was definitely losing at the time was my sleep. But at times like these, just definitely be prepared. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because that's what everyone says. Be prepared to, not sleep and stuff like that. I don't know. It just depends on the person. There were definitely people who I knew who could get 10 hours of sleep when I would be getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep some nights. And I'm not saying that my sleep schedule is messed up every night. It was only maybe just a few days, few times in a month. Just be prepared for that, for those long nights of studying. Be sure to have some coffee or tea in your room. That would definitely help. Wait, no, what am I saying? That keeps you awake. Never mind. There's also losing sleep as, the area of having fun and just staying up late with your roommates and your dorm mates. Sleep is important. It's not summer camp. You guys still have school the next day. There have been plenty of times where I stayed up till 4 a.m. with my friends just talking and hanging out in each other's rooms just because we wanted to.
Robert, it's 1:34 in the morning. This is why you woke us up?
And we definitely regretted it the next day when we would either, just wake up like a freaking corpse or just be late for a class. Tip number 6, eat and drink. This is kind of part of the sleep and energy and just being present at school. It's just important. It's just something that people need to do. I mean, as teenagers, maybe some people don't have a problem with this. I know I definitely eat a lot and I definitely drink. I don't drink enough water as I should. It will help you not get sick at school. It will help you just maintain a healthy lifestyle, things like that. But also, just because you're not living with your parents anymore doesn't mean that you can go get the french fries and the chicken nuggets for dinner. Number 7, getting sick. I mean, you're living with other teenagers who in one space, who share a lot of the same things. I've gotten sick plenty of times when I was at school. So just be mindful of where germs are. Make sure you wash your hands in places that you should wash your hands. Just don't be stupid and, you know, contaminate other people's food in the fridge. I don't know. But at most boarding schools, I hope, there should be a health center where you could definitely talk to a nurse and get some medicine, things that'll make you feel better. Maybe you'll get the day off, some sleep. But getting sick at a boarding school is one of the worst things in the world. I am telling you, it's just miserable. It's not fun. Number 8, you'll definitely need money. So you're not in college or, you know, an adult and you're not, you know, paying taxes and, you know, rent and having to buy your own food every day and stuff like that. It's definitely nice to have a nice amount of cash if you want to do things on the weekend, like going to Boston. Not everyone lives near Boston. Or just do things on the weekends with your friends. You're definitely just gonna need some money. Be reasonable with your money. Think about how you're spending it because, yeah, I mean, I definitely had trouble with that this year. All years, actually. Number 9, you're gonna be hungry. Have some food or just some snacks in your dorm because there have been nights where I would be up at 11 p.m., maybe later than that, like even like 1 a.m., 2 p.m., and I would be just so hungry and it would be the only thing I would be thinking about. All of my friends would be asleep, so I couldn't go into their rooms to, you know, see if I could have any food of theirs. I always had some almonds. When I'm at home, I don't get, you know, hungry like that at freaking 1 a.m., things like that. But when I was at boarding school, I would get hungry literally at the most random times, and I would never have food in the times where I would need it. You're gonna want to eat at random times, so just have food in your dorm. For number 10, there will be people from all over the place when you go to boarding school. I was able to meet so many people from so many different places and be able to learn about so many different cultures. All of my roommates actually were from different parts of the world. I had one roommate from Taiwan, one was from Massachusetts, and I also had a roommate from Ecuador. And it was just so nice to, you know, just learn about what they do back at home. And through my roommates, through even other people in my dorm, I was able to make other friend groups of people who weren't from America. And from my experience for being in a boarding school in America, they were very accepting to international students. I had so many friends from different parts of the world, and it just made boarding school so much fun. And also, don't be scared to meet people who, you know, are from different places in the world. When I got to boarding school, it was one of my favorite things. It was probably the best, like, part of being at a boarding school, just knowing people from so many different areas of the world. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. I really hope that for all of you going into a boarding school, I hope that you guys have such a great time, and I hope you guys aren't nervous. Definitely leave me questions and things down below if you want to know more, just things about boarding school and my experience. Hopefully I'll be able to answer some of your questions. Overall, my boarding school experience was incredible. It definitely made my high school, you know, experience so much, you know, more than I thought it could have been. I really loved it. I really loved where I was, and I definitely learned a lot of things that, you know, got me prepared for going into college and moving on into, you know, bigger things. Taught me a lot about living on my own and just being more independent and responsible for things that I, you know, will have to face in my life. I hope you guys have a lot of fun going out buying things for your dorm and just getting ready for such a great experience that you guys are gonna have such a fun time with. Also, a big thank you to everybody who listened to Lovely Confused. I thought it was a good way just to introduce the story of what the album is going to be. Thank you again. So I'm gonna go for now. I hope everyone has a nice last few weeks of their summer. If you already are in school, I hope you're having a nice, start to school again. But for now, I will catch you guys later. Stay lovely.